am Paul, Cloud Specialist, ZDub Technologies. I am Certified Instructor in AWS Solution Architecture Associate, AWS Developer Associate, and AWS Professional. We are going to see AWS real-time project explanation in English and Tamil. Please do subscribe our channel. Hello everyone, it's me, Paul from ZDub Technologies. Here I'm going to show you how you access securely S3 resources via HTTPS denying HTTP. To show this, I am in Canada Central region. That you can maybe any other regions because S3 is a regionless in service. So click on S3 Management Console. And here you can see I got lots of S3 buckets here. I'm going to pick up any one of the bucket here. So I'm going to pick up, okay, so let I pick up the bucket, KMS 100, or I can use keys 1010 also, or any other bucket. The idea behind this process is security. In many production environment, they will allow HTTPS access resource but not HTTP. How they do that? I'm going to explain you step by step. Let I get into my KMS 100 buckets, which is initially empty, doesn't have any files. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create two files like index.html. So I create two text files and error.html file. So here you go. I'm going to give index.html. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to give error.html. Right. So I put some content. For sake of example, you can have PHP or HTML tags, also CSS, in order to show the content. But this is an example. I'm just having a small content. Hello all, happy learning AWS. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to have in error.html file. So here I'm going to have some content, like some error content. So most of the sites we have something called forbidden 404, something like that. You can also do that one. Okay, so I'm going to have like some content. Oops, you are not allowed to access the AWS bucket resources. Right, so I'm going to save that. Okay, so I'm going to upload these two files in my S3 bucket. Select two files. So here the files should upload. Oh, I'm sorry, this is saved as a extension txt. Let me rename it. Because this is a text file, so that's why I came. I'm going to remove that one. Okay, save it. Okay, so now initially when you store any data in S3 buckets, the contents are private by default, right? So until you give public permission, you can't access it. Let I give public permission for index.html file, and AWS will give object URL that contains HTTPS, okay, and certificate that you can see is securely I'm able to access. But sometimes it is possible for me to access via HTTP, port number 80. So I'm going to remove HTTP. There you can see it's accessed, but it's really not secure. This should strictly prohibited. So because in production environment, most hackers or maybe those can spread vulnerabilities. They can access the resources via HTTP. So I'm going to show you how we block that type of HTTP access. So initially the bucket have public permissions, right? So when you access control list, public permission, this is very dangerous option, because you may be get public access. Anyone globally can access your resources S3 buckets, and there is no any security at all. So is recommended please not to give public access to S3 buckets. Okay, so here how we block it. So I have written a policy. Okay, so this is JSON policy. This is a bucket policy. So I'm going to put that one here in this bucket. Okay, let I put this one, and this will block HTTP access, and he will allow only HTTPS access of the AWS resources in the specific bucket. Okay, and ARN is so important. So ARN you will be getting inside in bucket itself, and you have to specify AWS secure transport is false. Okay, so this one is, now let I save this one. Okay, and now once I done that, let I test now whether I can able to access the resources via HTTP. So that has to be blocked. So when you click on this index.html file and make it a public, and since HTTPS object URL have, so I'm going to click on this, and it should okay, so it should work for me. Okay, still there in the previous page, there you can see it's working on HTTPS port number 443. So, and if I'm going to change HTTP here, let I change HTTP, enter. Oops, I'm sorry, just I have been okay, so I have been not properly modified the URL. I'm really sorry for that. Let I do it again. So next I'm going to have HTTP. This time I will be doing correctly. Enter. There you can see expected, it's denied. That is how you securely access your AWS S3 bucket resources via HTTPS. So if I go back to my bucket, and there is a bucket policy, there is restrictions, deny access. So if I'm going to remove this bucket policy from here and go to delete and save it, so now again HTTP is HTTP access allowed. Okay, just have there you can see allowed. So that is how you restrict HTTPS access and allow HTTP how you restrict HTTP and allow HTTPS access of the buckets, the resources what we have inside the bucket. And it is so important for production environment, so whether they are going to protect the resources. Okay, so and this is too important too, because since they come to security breach vulnerabilities, so this has to be protected, right? I hope you understood the, and I hope you have been followed all the steps that told you, and see you next video. So meanwhile, take care, bye.